As an employer, you are required by law to protect your employees and others from harm. Under the Management of Health and Safety at Work Regulations 1999, the minimum you must do is number one, identify what could cause injury or illness in your business. These are hazards, those cause harm or injuries. Number two, decide how likely it is that someone could be harmed and how seriously that is the risk. And number three, take action to eliminate the hazard, or if this is not possible, at least control the risk because you are responsible for the safety of your workforce. Assessing risk is just one part of the overall process used to control risks in your workplace. We are talking about risk management process, and you are on the platform of Safety First Life. If you are first time on this channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon for all future notifications. And if you find the video informative, then like, comment, and share it with your friends and colleagues. On the request of few of my colleagues and friends, I'm conducting this short training session about risk management steps and process. Risk management is a step by step process for controlling health and safety risks caused by hazards in the workplace. You can do it yourself, or you can appoint a competent person to assist and help you for managing risk at your work site. There are five steps. Number one, identify hazards. Number two, assess the risks. Number three, control the risks. Number four, record your findings. And number five, review the controls. Let us understand now how to identify hazards. This is step one. Dear friends and fellows, look around your workplace and think about what may cause harm. These are called hazards. Think about how people work and how plant and equipment are used, what chemicals and substances are used, what safe or unsafe work practices exist on your workplace, the general state of your premises, your project site. Look back at your accident and ill health records, as these can help you identify less obvious hazards. Take account of non routine operations such as maintenance, cleaning, or changes in production cycles. Think about hazards to health such as manual handling, use of chemicals, and causes of work related stress. For each hazard, think about how employees, contractors, subcontractors, visitors, or members of the public might be harmed or affected. So these are the different way, different scenarios, and different domains by the help of which you can identify easily what are the dangerous or hazardous activities, elements, substances, plants, or people on your site. But remember, in this case, you will never forget vulnerable workers. Some workers have particular requirements. For example, young workers, migrant workers, new or expectant mothers, and the people with disabilities. But do you know how you can identify your hazards more easily, frequently, and accurately? Involve your employees, as they will usually have good ideas about the workplace, about the work practices, and about the plants and equipment or substances on their work sites. They can assist you, they can help you. You need to consult them. If step one is not complete, there is no chance to manage risk because this is the foundation stone to control the risk at work, identification of hazards. Let us jump step number 2. For managing risk, you need to assess the risk first. Once you have identified the hazards, decide how likely it is that someone could be harmed and how serious it could be. This is assessing the level of risk. You need to decide who might be harmed and how, what you are already doing to control the risks, what further action you need to take to control the risks, who needs to carry out the action, when the action is needed by. These are very important questions, and these questions are the backbone of risk assessment. Who might be harmed? When? How? And by whom? Who will take the action and when the action is needed by? These terms, very simple, very short, but very important. Step number 3 is control the risk because you identify the risk. Then you make the assessment. What is, how severe is the risk and what is the possible frequency? Third step is control the risk. Look at what you are already doing and the controls you already have in place. Ask yourself, can I get rid of hazards altogether? If not, how can I control the risks so that harm is unlikely? If you need further controls, then you have to consider redesigning the job, replacing the materials, machinery, or process, organizing your work to reduce exposure to the materials, machinery, or process, identifying and implementing practical measures needed to work safely, and providing personal protective equipment and making sure workers are wearing it, safeguarding it, and they are also cooperating with as per the instructions and guidelines provided by the employer or by the project management. Dear friends and fellows, put the controls you have identified in place. You are not expected to eliminate all risks, but you need to do everything reasonably practicable to protect people, workers from harm. What is the meaning of reasonably practicable? This means balancing the level of risk against the measures needed to control the real risk in terms of money, time, or trouble. If you are assessing the risk, you are recommending the controls and you are not considering money, time, effort, or trouble, it means that risk assessment is not suitable and sufficient. Maybe the assessor is not truly a professional person. Otherwise, money, time, and effort matters. Let us jump on the step 4. Record your findings. As an employer, if you employ 5 or more people, you must record your significant findings, including the hazards, things that may cause harm, who might be harmed, and how, what you are doing to control the risks. But remember, you don't need to rely purely on paperwork, as your main priority should be to control the risk in practice. For your kind information, all the companies they are preparing a risk assessment, but few of them implementing the risk controls, few of them providing the required resources, and few of them they are trying to control the identified hazards at source and minimize the risk to an acceptable level by putting adequate and suitable control measures as per the preference order of hierarchy of controls. If you are interested to learn about hierarchy of controls, please click on the link that is appearing on your screen. In the risk management process, step number 5, review the controls. You must review the controls you have put in place to make sure they are working. You should also review them if they may no longer be effective. There are changes in the workplace that could lead to new risks, such as changes to staff, a process, the substances or equipment used. Dear friends and fellows, you also need to consider a review if your workers have spotted any problems or there have been any accidents or near misses. You will also consider the recommendations if there is an audit on your project site highlighted the areas of improvement in their auditing report, even the audit is first party, second party, or the third party. You need to comply with. If you're really interested to control the risk, to manage the risk, and to keep the workplace safe, you need to follow all these 5 steps as per the preference order. Step 1, identify the hazards. And step 2, assess the risk. Step 3, control the risk. Step 4, record your findings. And step 5, review the controls. A short training session about risk management process or risk management steps is over. If you have any question, please ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, comment and share the video. Hope to see you soon with a new HSC tutorial. Until then, take care. Good luck and goodbye.